it's your girl Courtney Lauren. For those of you visiting me for the first time, welcome, and for those coming back again, welcome back. So today I'm going to share with you guys one of my favorite baking recipes. This is actually also my favorite dessert too, so I figured for my first baking recipe on my channel, why not share with you guys my absolute favorite dessert in the whole wide world, which is peach cobbler. Anybody that knows me, friends or family, if you ask them what's Courtney's favorite dessert, they're all simultaneously going to say peach cobbler. So I'm so excited to show you guys this recipe, and if you guys want to learn how to make this, keep watching and let's get started. Alrighty guys, so let's get started. Here I have 1 can of sliced peaches and heavy syrup. Make sure it's a 29-ounce can. I have 1/2 of a cup of brown sugar along with 1/2 of a cup of white sugar. This is 1 cup of self-rising flour. If you guys use regular all-purpose, make sure you add baking powder. I have some cornstarch. I have 1 stick of unsalted butter. Make sure it's unsalted. I have some ground nutmeg, some cinnamon, some vanilla extract, along with some salt, and I have 1 lemon. We're gonna take the juice out of half of this lemon. And I have some whole milk. Alrighty, so let's get started. So first in my bowl, I'm going to add my 1 cup of self-rising flour along with my 1/2 cup of sugar and my 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to get 1 cup of cold whole milk. I'm going to whisk this all up together. You want to whisk it until the flour is nice and dissolved and it's more like a pancake batter consistency. So go ahead and give this a good whisk until it's nice and smooth and blend it up together. Alrighty, so now that our batter is nice and evenly blended, it's nice and whisked up. As you can see, the consistency is like pancake batter, like I mentioned earlier. That is what we want to see. We're going to set that aside, and next I'm going to grab my baking dish, and I'm just going to put the entire stick of butter in my baking dish. Right now my oven is on 350, and I'm just going to let this melt inside of the oven while I start making the peaches. So take your can of peaches and put it in a bowl. Next, we are going to get 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and we're going to add that right to our peaches as well. I am also taking a 1/4 teaspoon, which is a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and we are going to put that right in our bowl as well. And I'm also going to add 1 full teaspoon of vanilla extract. Excuse me if you can hear my son playing with his toys in the background, I apologize. And we are just going to add a little pinch of salt as well, and add that right into our bowl. Alrighty, so after we add that pinch of salt, we're going to take that cornstarch and we're going to add 1 tablespoon of the cornstarch into the peaches as well. This is going to make sure that sauce gets nice and thick, and we are going to juice 1/2 of our lemon in this as well before we start mixing it up. So squeeze 1/2 of your lemon, make sure you get all the juice in there. This is going to give it that pop that it needs. And then next we are going to mix this all up. You want to make sure that you don't have any clumps of that cornstarch. It's going to turn like a palish brown color. That's what you want to see. Just go ahead and mix this up until it's nice and thoroughly blended up together, and then we will move on to our next step. Alrighty, so now that my peaches are all mixed up together, as you can see, there are no clumps and that cornstarch is all the way mixed out. That is what you want to see. So next I'm going to grab my baking dish that I'm using. Like I said, it was already preheating in my oven, so it got my butter nice and melted, and I am going to pour all of my batter right on top of that melted butter. As I'm pouring this in, you're also going to notice, since my dish was already in my oven when that butter was melting, the dish is nice and hot. So as soon as I pour that batter in, you're going to notice that the sides of the batter are going to start cooking already, even though it's not in the oven, because the dish was nice and hot. Remember, my oven is on 350, you guys, so make sure you're preheating your oven on 350. So go ahead and pour all of that batter in, and then next we are going to grab those peaches, and I'm going to get a spoon, and I'm literally going to spoon those peaches right on top of our batter and that butter. And like I said, there's really no right way to do this. Just spoon it wherever you see fit. Try and, coat the entire bottom. And this batter is going to rise up over top of those peaches. So that's why we poured them underneath, because like I said, we're using self-rising flour, so it's going to rise up and coat the peaches once it's baked. My camera cut off before you saw the ending of this part, but I did sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon and sugar on top of this as well after I spooned all the peaches. So I got a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I sprinkled it right on top. And at 350, I let that bake in my oven for 1 full hour. And this is what I got, you guys. This is my favorite peach cobbler recipe. As you can see, that batter rose up over those peaches, and look at that. All you need is a scoop of ice cream or whatever you like to eat your peach cobbler with. Eat it by itself if you want to, but I promise you guys, you are going to love this. And as my favorite recipe, I'm so excited that I shared this with you guys. And let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.